Welcome to the Court General. It's your boy Sniper J here. Welcome back. And today, y'all are in for a special treat. Big special treat. I have a guest on the show today. And man, I think it's going to be a great time. I hope y'all stay tuned and listen to everything. Man, we got a guest. And I think it's going to be exciting. So just stick around and listen for our special guest. Uh, what it is, the quote of the day: be where your feet are. Stay in the moment. All right, let's get it.
Welcome to the special edition of the Court Journal. It's your boy Sniper J here, and man, I guess today we're gonna talk about offense. We're gonna talk about defense. We're gonna talk what I don't know what all we're gonna talk about, but today we got a special guest, and his name is Coach Barry, and I would do the introduction. I would, but I feel like when people introduce themselves, it makes them feel good about themselves, and they do it better than I ever could. So, Coach Barry, none other, please introduce yourself.
Hey, how you doing out there, guys? SimWorld Hoops. So this is Coach Barry of the Arizona Scorchers. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great, but you gotta have a better intro than that. Give me some, Coach Barry. Just give me some that I could grab onto in the world to tell them who Coach Barry is through this intro. Just let them know.
By way of Seattle, Washington, formerly Cascadia Neo region champions, now in Arizona, the Scorchers going to the last dance, first matchup. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I like to hear right there. And you heard it there for first the Scorchers, the first and possibly the last coach on the court journal. So, Coach Barry, you probably gonna be the representation for all coaches, and all the pressure's on you. So, good luck. Good luck. Today, uh, Coach Barry, I just want to get into something real simple. Let's start off lighthearted, real easy. Get the blood flowing. What got you into coaching, Coach Barry?
Well, first and foremost, the main thing that got me into coaching was if some of y'all seen that commercial that's being ran during the live streams. It's the taking ownership.
Hmm.
You guys know I'm a big advocate. I love my hometown. Once again, Seattle, Washington. Um, Put on for the Pacific Northwest, West Coast. I love to see. I'm a player first coach. The players always come first with me. As you guys seen, you may have noticed I'm grabbing up all the Arizona recruits.
I love
Just
that.
like four right now.
I love that. And the reason why I love that is because I don't think coaches do a good job of recruiting at home. Like, your backyard is where you're going to get your best players from. Is because they're staying at home. They're going to eat the food that they like. They're going to train harder. Their family's going to be at the game, Coach Barry. That's more motivation than anything. Anytime you see your mom in the stands with your jersey on, you're going to play harder and you're going to play smarter and you're going to win games for your mama, not just the team or the coach, but for your family. And I love that you're recruiting at home. But keep
Mm-hmm.
going, keep going.
Yeah, it's like a player first coach. I love the I would have had all the Arizona recruits. One got away from me. We're not going to talk about that.
We don't got
Best of
to.
luck in California. I take pride in letting you come from the West Coast. Look at me first. I'm gonna make sure I get you on the forefront. Shout out to the five players going to the next level that I personally recruited, and the ones coming in. You got some shoes to fill, but I know you can do it.
Hmm.
Um, so we're ready. We're ready to. I'm just ready to really not only it's not about me. It's not about me and myself. It's more about my team, my hometown, the players, the city. I was like, I'm kind of making sure that ownership group knows that they got a good one, and then hope that the ownership group is listening. Since it's our first technical season with the score in Arizona. This is our first time in the playoffs, last dance, and I got us there. I'm looking for that extension. This so you know.
It's funny you mention that because I feel like job security is everything, but that's not my domain. I want to
Yeah.
get to the last dance, right? And right
Mm-hmm.
now, the Scorchers, and I'm just putting this out here. I'm not saying this no kind of way. I promise, Coach Barry. Y'all are ranked 16th. You have a 6-6 record. You're 500, and in your
Mm-hmm.
last 5 games, you are 2-3. Okay. Now y'all are in the dance, right? So y'all have the chance to be a Cinderella team. If that
Mm-hmm.
hurts your heart a little bit, I'm sorry, but y'all are Y'all are not the best seed, okay? It is what it is, right? But the first
Yeah.
game, y'all rolling against Rocky Mountain Monsters. Or Monsters. Yeah, Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to saying Monstars from Space Jam. I'm sorry about that.
Got you. I got the reference.
But just give me an outlook on the last dance, the whole tournament in big picture way. Do you like the seeding? Or do you like what's going on here? Talk to me about the last dance, just overall.
The seeding, overall, like as some of y'all remember from what Cascadia last season with the run to one, we had that number one seed and got put out by 16 seed. Hurt my heart. This season, with a yes, we had a lower seed. I kind of like the idea because that takes the pressure off of having to blow somebody out within that first round. Because
Hmm.
I never got a lower seed, I feel like, hey, we don't got a number one. I can live with 16 because it's not so much pressure on my guys. Some of the guys that's been there last season, they're not even worried about it because I know they're gonna do what they can. Our first goal is just get out of round one, then we can worry about round two.
Absolutely. And I couldn't agree with you more. That is definitely the message I would want to send to my team going into the last dance, especially young guys that, well, obviously look ahead. I mean, these young guys, they want to look to scholarships. They want to know where they're going to be playing in college. But it's
Mm-hmm.
a coach once told me, be where your feet are. And right now it's round one. So if you could get your guys to be in round one and dominate round one, I think that's the best way to go. And I just want to keep this ball rolling because I like what you said. Last year you were 1 seed, you got upset by a 16 seed. Roles are kind of reversed this year, right? So now you have that underdog mentality looking to, well, not yet. Okay, let's just say the Scorchers go ahead and take care of Rocky Mountain. Now you're back in that role reverse type of situation against arguably one of the best teams in prep this season, best coast ballers, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you say you like that going into that game, like you like the mentality of being an underdog, not having the pressure, playing what some would say balls to the wall type of basketball against one of the best teams. You say you like that. Explain a little bit more, just a
Let
little
me
bit.
let me explain that when I what I mean by that. What I mean by that is like we're coming in. Of course, everybody's looking at that higher seed to quote unquote blow us out.
Right.
We don't have nothing to worry about because we don't got nothing to lose. Teams that have nothing to lose are dangerous as hell.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I
especially
agree.
the lower seed coming in the hoopsteria. Y'all hear me in the live streams. I love underdogs. I love them. I don't ever go for the higher tier teams. I always go for the lower teams because they're gonna bring it more. The passion is there.
And I agree with you saying, but sometimes, and I mean
Yeah.
sometimes, like kids see the name of a jersey or they like know the rankings or seeding, and they get kind of scared. What can you speak to that and how you as a coach is going to prevent that? I'm not asking you to give no game plans. The last dance is
Okay.
this weekend. I'm not asking that. I just want to know, like mentally, what are you telling the guys that way you can get past game one, and then when game two comes, guys, they lace up the shoes just like we lace up the shoes. Their jerseys is the same material as ours. Let's go out and get a dub. How do you get your players there?
We're gonna play. I feel like the wins that we have gotten throughout the season, we are playing Scorcher basketball.
Okay.
The losses, we try to play the other team's game.
Hmm.
We're not doing that. I told my team, I tell them every day, I'm telling them every day, this tournament, last dance, we're playing Scorcher basketball. We're playing West Coast. We're playing Pacific Northwest basketball. We're playing our game. Make them play our game. We already know we got a very talented roster as everybody. We got a very talented roster. just know I got some things up my sleeve. Cause I'm a little fired up right now, as you can tell.
Well, look, I can feel the energy coming through the waves in my ear, and I'm excited for you. You know, for a coach to be excited, it don't matter what seed you are in. And I think that's something that gets misconstrued with players a lot. Like, oh man, we won the worst season in the tournament, man. We gonna lose. Well, no, you are a team that made it, right? Like some teams did not
Right.
make it. Like they don't have a
Yep.
chance to go out here and compete. So since you got the chance, you might as well make it the best of the
Make it
best.
count.
Yes, exactly. And it seems like you have that type of mindset, and I'm looking forward to see what y'all do against Rocky Mountain. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the whole tournament. I want to see what teams can walk the walk that they've been talking, because there's been a lot of talking going on, Coach. It's been
Yeah,
a
a
lot of
lot.
talking, and I like talking. I do. It's cool. But I also like people who walk. So if you
Yeah.
claim you this and you that, and you supposed to be in the last dance, and you the number one seed, you number two seed, well, I want to see you play like that. And if you're a 16 seed, I want to see you play like the people made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you prove
Mm-hmm.
that you're a higher seed than what you are. And that's what I want to see
Mm-hmm.
this whole last dance. I think I'm going to be on call for some of the games, so I will be able to call some of them. But I just want to see compete, 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 compete. And that moves
Mm-hmm.
me on to my next subject for you. You know, you talk about you want to play Scorcher basketball. You want to play,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what part of the land you from. You said West Coast, Pacific West Coast.
Seattle,
Yep.
Seattle, Washington.
Talk to me. I'm with it. You
Yeah.
let me know, cause I would tell you where I'm from in a heartbeat. I tell you I'm from Louisiana, the middle of nowhere. We call it the hood down here. It's hot. The only thing we got is concrete and metal nets. That's all we got. But let's get back to the point.
Mm-hmm.
What do you look for in the player, and how do you recruit? Like, you ain't gotta give me nothing specific, but just like tell me what's up. How do I become a Scorcher?
I'm a big advocate for like looking in my own backyard. So as you guys may have noticed, I'm already staffed up for next season.
Hmm.
I done grabbed up all the Arizona recruits, but one got away from me. Best of luck to you in California. I'm gonna have to whoop on that ass in the next season.
Okay, but language. I understand. I get it. You're a little tight, but you know what? I enjoy it, but my bosses say, look, it's got to be
I'm so
PG.
sorry.
It's got to be
That
PG. It's got to be PG.
I
I
was like, I'm
appreciate that.
definitely like, if you're coming out if you're coming out the West Coast, Pacific Northwest, specifically Washington, Oregon, Idaho, I always look at those three states first. If you know, Nick Murray's from Oregon,
Got you.
Quincy Appia is from Washington, Daniel Irvin is from Washington. It's like I always look at that because I'm noticing a lot of people don't look at the West Coast like that. What the mean or the Pacific Northwest? There's a lot of gems up there
Mhm. Mhm.
that fly through the cracks.
Got you. So what
And
you
I
telling
just
me?
want to put that out there. I got Quincy's cousin, Isaiah Appia, out of Arizona for next season. Chemistry.
I like that. I like that a lot. So what you're telling me is that you are going to recruit at home,
Yes.
and and
Yes,
and
I
we
am.
and we talked about that, and I think within our first topic, we covered that. I want to know what else. Like, what are you looking for a kid with good grades, good character? Does he have to be able to shoot the ball? Does he have to be able to put it on the floor? Are you looking to fill certain like play styles? Like you said, you're gonna play Scorcher basketball. Does the kids have to reflect it, or do you teach Scorcher basketball when they get there?
Oh, it's all about the basics. I was like, I can teach Scorcher basketball when they get to Arizona, but if you got the generic basics, I can work with that. Grades are a big thing for me because what student athlete, student comes first.
Hmm.
Student comes first. It's like, I know colleges look at that. 'Cause I know I'm gonna give a little reference to a movie. Y'all remember? If you get a certain grade point out, you don't need to score that high in the SATs.
Hmm.
Kudos if you know what movie that came from.
Look,
Oh,
Is
So we
there
got
anything else? Is there anything else before I tell you what I
grades for
before?
basics.
Yep.
We're gonna do be able teammate chemistry, be able to work well with others,
Okay. I like that.
have a sense of pride in the team, be able just because we're gonna take losses, don't get
Hmm.
upset. We're gonna build on that. We're gonna get better.
Got you. So right now, if I had to take a list, like my top possibly five things that you are looking for in a player, the first one is you have an advantage if you are near Seattle area or in the area that you coach, near the Scorchers.
Yes,
You have to have good grades. You have to be a
yes,
team player, and you need to have
yes,
fundamentals of basketball, fundamentals enough to be able to learn Scorcher basketball.
yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I think that's great. I think that's great. I think you got the right mindset when it comes to looking at players. You totally look at it totally different than I do, and I'll be another 20 minutes talking about what I look for in players, and that's why we can't talk about it. But the next thing, and I just want to keep this flowing and keep it going. The last thing I want to talk about here is game scenarios, right? And I'm like I said, I'm not asking you to whip out no special play. I'm not asking you to get up on the board like I do, because that's kind of my thing. That's your thing in the game. It's my thing on the court, general. I'm not asking you to do
Right.
that though. But let's just say this. Let's say you're up 3 points. It's the
Hmm.
fourth quarter. There's 6 seconds left on the clock. It's the other team's ball. Do I need to repeat all of this so you understand, or
No,
are
I'm,
you
I'm following.
okay?
Yeah, I'm following.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Perfect. I like you
Mm-hmm.
already. I like you. Do you foul to put the team at the line to shoot two, or do you play it out? And the reason I ask, here's the scenario:
Mm-hmm.
fouling up 3 points to secure the game. The team, if you foul, the team only gets two free throw attempts. You're still up one with the ball. They have to foul you, make your free throws, you win. Or you could risk it all. They hit a 3 pointer, you go into overtime. What are you doing in that situation?
In that situation, if I'm being a good coach and I'm following and tracking the game, I already know who their worst 3 point shooter is. So I'm fouling their worst 3 point, their worst field goal percentage shooter.
Okay, so you elect to foul under
Mm-hmm.
8 seconds, up three.
Let me think about that. Let me think about what I just said for a second. Let me think about that what I just said for
Yeah,
a
okay,
second.
well, let me tell you, while you thinking, I'm explaining to you one more
Okay.
time. It's the
Okay.
fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6 seconds left on the game clock. Your team is up 3 points. The other team has the ball on the baseline. They have to go full court. They do have time to get a playoff and a 3 point shot, but it's your choice as a coach. Do you foul and make them shoot two free throws? That way they don't even come. That way they don't tie the game, and you get the ball if they make both free throws, still up one. Or do you risk it, let the game play out? If they hit a two, they lose by one. If they hit a three, we're going into overtime. And you just told me you would elect to foul and only give them two shots, and hopefully
You
they
know what?
miss. So you tell me what it is.
Let me
Well,
retract. Let me retract what I said. No, I'm a no. I'm gonna let. I trust my team to get it done. I'm gonna let it 6 seconds. I'm gonna let it play out.
you gonna let it play out?
I'm gonna let it play out.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
That's a final answer. That's a final answer.
Okay, Coach Barry, I completely disagree with you there, but that's
Okay.
why you the coach and I'm not. That's why you the coach and I'm not. I'm 100% fouling. I don't care who it is. It could be a 90% free throw shooter. Go up there, make you two free throws. Give me the ball back. I trust my guys to
Gotcha.
make free throws. I don't trust them to
Yeah.
put a hand up on a 3 point shot when they're tired and lazy. But everybody
Yeah.
wants
You're
to
right.
score.
I understand
But no,
that.
but you can't take your answer back. That's just my opinion. Let's get to our second and final scenario. Then we'll go get you up out of here. Okay, it's the fourth quarter again. This time
Okay.
you are down by 4 points.
Okay. Down by
It's
four.
it's 30 seconds left in the game.
30 seconds down four.
You have the ball. Let's say you call
Okay.
timeout, you advance the ball. It's a half court. Set. 30 seconds left. You're down 4 points. That's two possessions. Or if you get
Okay.
a 4 point play,
Okay.
are you going for two or you're shooting a three? And when I say if you're going for two, that means you cut it to two and you're going to play the foul game. You're going to play the long game for the rest of the game. Well, you're going to have to do that regardless. But you get the gist. If you shoot the three, you're down by one. You still have to
Mm-hmm.
play the foul game. But if you foul, they make two free throws, you're only down by three that next possession. You could sure enough send it into overtime.
Yeah.
So, did you get the full scenario? Or do I need to explain it again?
Yeah. I got it.
So, are you
I got
going
it.
for two or are you going for three? Are you playing the super long game by going for two or are you playing the short game by going for three?
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. That in all honesty, that's an eternity. The amount of fouls you could get in
Right.
and the amount of free throws you could get in 30 seconds is a lot. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take the long game because I feel like the percentage of the 3 point is like I'm taking the long I'm playing the long game.
So, you're going to get the two. You're going to tell you guys to get
I'm gonna go.
downhill,
Yeah.
get a layup, and we're gonna foul and put them on the line and see if we can work our way back.
Yeah.
Play the line. Okay, I respect that. Honestly, I never know what to do in this situation. I'll be honest with you, because hence my name, Sniper.
Right.
I want to shoot the three
Yeah.
myself because I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it, and that put us down one foul. I'm gonna come down hit another three. Let's go into overtime. Simple,
Right.
simple for me. But the long game seems like what most people like to do. Oh, let's get the two early. Let's foul. Let's hope they miss some free throws. Let's get another two. And now we're down that 1 point, and hopefully we can come down and get that game winning 2 pointer on that last
Right.
possession. So,
Right.
Coach Barry, man, I love how you think. I love the way you go about recruiting. I'm interested to see what the Scorchers do in the last dance. You have a you have a fan in me, Coach Barry. I'm not saying I'm rooting for your team. I'm rooting for you as a head coach.
Word.
And as my first and possibly last guest on the Court Journal, it has been a pleasure. And I thank you. Any last words that you would like to get out there for the whole world to know coming from the Court General? Not it's coming.
Y'all make sure y'all tap into the court journal when he goes does his podcast. It's like thank you so much for allowing me to be your first guest, and I hope you continue it on because you're got to be one of my favorites. The first one is Maestro because Maestro always shouts out the Scorchers too. That's a little.
Hey, absolutely. I love Maestro's work, man. Yeah, I his analysis and how he goes about talking about it and explaining it. I tune in and learn a lot. But Coach Barry, it was a pleasure having you. Like I said, man, I hope you win lots of championships in your career. You make it to where you want to go. You get everything you ever wanted out of this, man. It's a pleasure. And with that
Thank
being
you so much.
said, hashtag see the game, be the game, peace.
Peace.